What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more George Michael. And we're returning to the 1996 album Older. Thank you again, Michaela, for providing this CD. And the next track in the playlist is Spinning the Wheel, which makes me think of a handful of potential figurative meanings. Most immediately, the idea of a spinning wheel, a tool you can use to create something. But it also makes me think of spinning one's wheels, which relates to vehicular transportation and the wheels in question not being able to gain traction, thus meaning you're putting in effort and trying to engage, and yet you're not making any progress or even moving at all, which would be a more negative conception of the title. Of course, it also makes me think about wheels that turn, whether those are the wheels of fate or the wheels of time, and thus it could relate to the life trajectory of someone or the random circumstances or outcomes that characterize our lives, which are often very unpredictable and circuitous. So yes, I don't quite know how to take it, but certainly there are metaphorical meanings that suggest themselves. I'll try to catch what I can on a first listen. This is George Michael. The track is Spinning the Wheel and is from his 1996 album Older.
Clouds are closing in, and I will not accept this as a part of my life. I will not live in fear of what may be. Lessons I have learned, I would rather be alone than watch you spinning that wheel for me. I think about danger. Ain't you getting what you want? Ain't you getting what you want from me? Gotta think about strangers. Baby, that's what we used to be. That's what we used to be. You gotta think about danger, baby. I guess the hunger just can't see. One of these days you're gonna bring some home to me. Everybody takes their chances these days. Oh yeah, we're standing in the rain, and I will not accept this as a part of my life. I will not live in fear of what may be. Lessons I have learned, I would rather be alone than watch you spin. baby. I guess the hunger just can't see. One of these days you're gonna bring some home to me. How can you love me? You are playing with my life. You said give me time and I'll do better. I swear. Give me time and I'll lead you back to you. Gotta feel that bad. Ain't you getting what you want from me? I don't wanna go back there. Gotta feel about certainty. Baby, that's what we used to be. I don't wanna go back there. Gotta feel about the baby. I guess the hunger just can't see. That's a fact, baby. One of these days you're gonna bring some home to me. To me.
Wow, what an atmospheric tune. I want lighter. Lighting a cigarette, which can mean different things. There's a common association of lighting a cigarette after, let's say, a romantic encounter. You can light a cigarette when you're stressed. You can light a cigarette to have a cathartic release or a euphoric experience after a long, hard day. So yeah, lyrically, I really don't know what's happening, and there were points along the way where I sort of like, oh wait, no, it sounds like it's actually going the other way. So at first I thought he was the one who was maybe pulling away, or, you know, like was thinking that the other person isn't getting from him what they want, and he seemed to be saying, like, he was drawing a contrast between the present and the past. But then there was the lines about, like, you know, how can you say you love me when you're playing around with my life? I don't think I'm quoting that verbatim, but it was something to that effect, that, you know, you're putting me through the ringer and you're toying with me, or you're playing with my heart, and, you know, I'm at your mercy in that regard. And so I was thinking that maybe he wanted to go to the past. But then there was a line that I caught, maybe it came earlier, but I caught it in the latter half of the tune, where he's saying, like, he doesn't want to go back there. Now, back there could be a physical location or an emotional location, but I took it in the context of time, and saying that whatever the previous configuration was, he doesn't want to go back there, which could maybe mean it was worse before, and now he's in some manner of control, or at least there's more of an equal dynamic. But yeah, it sounds like a very complicated relationship that has changed over time, and he's not, maybe they're not getting what they want from him, or maybe they are, but he's not getting what he wants from them, or at the very least there's a dynamic that is tension filled. It's not resolved, it's not in a steady, complacent, or placid state. So it sounds like a complicated interpersonal romantic relationship. I mean, what was it, like baby? So I feel like there's some phrasing here that suggests it is like a romantic, intimate, like sexual relationship, but one that's not in the right way, or at the very least not in the way that it used to be. So yeah, I don't quite know what to make of it all, but I do enjoy George's vocals. They're not like big and powerful, but they're just soft and reflective, which feels fitting to the lyrics, even if I don't know what those all are. And sonically, it's interesting. There's like a hint of hip hop, like a little turntablism type sound. It's definitely got an R&B vibe, but also like a nighttime jazz type of feel. And what was that line about like he's waiting up for them to come home until like 5 in the morning or something, which maybe suggests they're out with someone else, or maybe it was the other way around. But it did give me a very much like nighttime feel, and there were obviously some saxophone flourishes. I even think there was a flute in there. So yeah, a bit of a nighttime jazz vibe meets down tempo R&B, but with a bit of a like hip hop flavor in a couple respects. So sonically, it was a blend and very enjoyable and mellow and euphoric. And I enjoy the way the sonics seem to fit with his vocal delivery very well. So yeah, I don't quite know what it's about, but I certainly enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to people's insights. Do let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.